What's up? Welcome to the Robinson Replay. We have another special guest today, Patrick Johnson. What's up, Pat?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. It's sponsored by Morgan, Captain Morgan here.
All right, excellent.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
And somebody else is over here on the squad. Here's a wino. You're having wine tonight. Wine.
Oh, okay.
Captain Morgan and me. H2O, baby. H2O.
The healthy
Thank you,
one
gentlemen.
here.
Hey, it's nice to be on the world famous, Robinson Replay. So I'm happy about this.
Yes,
Well,
it's
thanks for coming on.
You got that right.
Yeah. You never know. It can happen.
Yeah.
As Pat says, the Robinson Review.
Yeah, Robinson Review, Roundup, and everything. Yeah, we can brand this puppy.
Review, roundup, replay, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have talking a little NBA here in a sec, but obviously we got some NCAA picks and NFL main ingredient right there with the picks that we're going into. So let's just hop into it. We're 2 or 3 weeks into the NBA now.
Yes,
I hear kind of the power rankings of the top 10. Just pulled this random graphic right here. What do we think about the NBA? What stands out to you, Pat, this year so far? Anything exciting to you?
Well, I enjoy the NBA, but I unfortunately I'm like a lot of those fans that really like to. I always try to focus on the playoffs, but I think it's such a long season, and I mean teams. I guess after a while you kind of figure out which teams are good, which teams are not, But I think it's always good to see some surprising teams. I'm surprised to see the Pistons doing so well. I did not see that coming when I looked into it, and they're on fire. The Western Conferences, there's a lot of hot teams right now that are on real good winning streaks or out of the last 10. But it's such a long season. I guess my thing is I always feel like no one ever remembers how a team starts off the season. It's always, who's kind of hot after the All-Star break and such. Just going into the playoffs and who's on a hot note and everything. But I'm a Celtics fan. I'm not too happy about the way my season is, and trust me, I'd love to be the Pistons right now. But but it's a long season, and and they do this game, management, with the games and taking time off. So it's really hard. I don't think anyone's trying to shoot for the Chicago Bulls record anymore or the Golden State. I just think they're trying to, manage to be healthy going into the playoffs. So I think that's always the key thing. So I think you're going to see a lot of these teams go up and down, but I think a lot of your good teams are going to stay good throughout the whole season.
I agree. But the thing is, this week though, a couple Cavaliers, Mobley, Mitchell out of the game against the Heat recently. The Cavs were fined like over $200,000 for this management of the so-called injuries, like giving them rest, whatever. So the NBA is frowning upon that because these when they go to these cities and they pay big money for these tickets, they want to see the best players play. For these regular season tickets, So I understand you want your team to be healthy for the playoffs, but I also understand, if you're going to have 82 games in a season, if you're healthy, they want you out there. I mean, Jordan and them never sat the bench if they were healthy. They went from arena to arena. They played every game, and that's the way it was. I know things have changed some, but still. So the NBA is not happy with it. So that's something to obviously look out for.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be pissed if I went to a Cavs game and all of a sudden Donovan Mitchell and Mobley are sitting on the bench there. I mean, they need to work something. I mean, I think the season's way too long, honestly, and I don't think they should be playing back-to-back games. If that's
Definitely.
what it takes to spread out the season, to shorten some games, to make sure that the star talent is out there when people are paying hundreds of dollars to see these superstars out there, they got to play.
I agree. Definitely the back and back.
Yeah, that's hard. I even glanced at. I never ever really truly glanced at the injury report of the NBA, but I looked at it like 2 or 3 days in a row, and it was amazing to see like how many people were already listed as out. And I'm thinking, nursing a little injury, nursing this, nursing that, and I'm like, there's just no way that all of these people could just be that injured that they're, to miss games. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I would be very disappointed at any point in the season, to buy tickets or something and know that your guys aren't playing, especially if they're just nursing a possible injury or just taking a day off. Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, LeBron is now back. Back from injury the first time he didn't actually start the season. So
Yeah, the
that's
Lakers are on
interesting there.
fire. I mean, they're
Yeah.
playing well. They're playing
Hmm.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dan Briggs. That one
Dan's
goes on you, Danny boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But again, but yeah, but them and like the other like six, 5 or 6 teams out of the West, man. It's like they're all playing good. It's like that top tier, like that top 5 or 6 teams in the West are really, really playing well. But yeah, it's going to be a battle. All those
Hmm.
teams will probably make it into the playoffs when it's all said and done, and they'll battle it out in April.
I mean, look at that's the top four our top four power ranking there. It's all West
Yeah,
teams,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and
And then
then
you got
the
six, and look at that six.
yeah, and it's hard to believe that the Pistons are number one in the East. It's sort of it's crazy. Last year at this time, I saw a stat yesterday. Last year at this time, they were 2-12. This year, they're
Yeah.
12-2.
Wow.
Well, I was very
what a flip. I mean,
Well, you
big
want to talk
time.
about a flip? Look at Indiana. Look at Indiana. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
they're
the opposite
they're in
there.
the
I'm
yeah
like,
they're
wow. Do they like? I don't know. I mean,
yeah
I know
they do
Halliburton.
have a
I
ton of
get it.
injuries. Yeah,
Yeah, but
Hmm.
wow.
yeah.
I mean, that was shocking. I'm like, that team is wow. That team going from one extreme to the other in a heartbeat. That's not good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, we'll see
Yeah.
how the season progresses and keep up to date here, but still early in it, so we'll see how it shakes out here. Next here we have these were our four games last week here, and then I got the check mark by the winners there. Dad, how did you do with these games here? Do you know?
I was 3-1. I lost the Alabama game.
Mm-hmm.
They just came and rolled out the barrel, and they just didn't roll tide. So yeah, it wasn't good with Alabama. They didn't have their edge to them in the game. They just seemed a little bit off. And Oklahoma came out and on Alabama's home turf and put it to them. I was pretty surprised, but Oklahoma started to come back around again. They were good, and then they went down, and then now it seems like Oklahoma's on the swing back. So we'll see.
Yeah, I got that one wrong as well there, and then made a prediction that Texas was gonna beat Georgia as kind of an upset there, and that didn't pan out for me there. But yep,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, you
I was
never know.
3-1.
hmm
3-1.
yeah. Well,
Notre Dame looked really good in that game
yeah,
against Pitt.
Notre
Really good.
Dame now number 9 in the rankings here in this college football bracket. What do you think about this bracket, Pat?
Um, well, I think the good thing, well, I guess the thing I like about right now what the committee is doing is, everything about it is like the eye test. Everything that they're doing is like the teams that they feel like are playing well, or it's not a resume. It's not like, hey, you did this, you did that. I mean, these teams are literally that they're looking at. I mean, for one, they're protecting Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame, in my opinion, I think they're overly ranked because they have not played anyone and they lost big games early on the season. But the eye test right now, I don't know if I want to play Notre Dame. They're playing tough and
Yeah,
they're playing,
exactly.
you know what I mean? That's the whole thing. I mean, really, if you're going to take a resume, yes, you should knock them down a few more spots. But I'm sorry, but they're playing tough right now, and that's Jeremiah Love. Nobody's running the ball better than him, and I mean, that's just they're hot, and they're going to probably with two sad games to end out the season with Syracuse and Stanford. Who cares? They're going to go into the playoffs, and but whatever. I just don't think they're going to move up. I don't think they're going to move up in the rankings, but they're going to stay put. But I at this point, it's so hard because that Ohio State Indiana game. How in the hell is that going to turn out? How are they gonna how's that game gonna be? Is it gonna really be detrimental to one of the two teams that loses? I don't know. I mean, again, you could throw these brackets and everything, but every week it's gonna keep changing until it's all said and done. So, um,
Yeah.
but
See, yeah.
I like it that they're doing it with the eye test, then they're doing it with, a resume and looking on paper and saying, well, this team is better on paper than this team because that's just kind of silly. The eye test is way better in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is that with this, though, it's almost like the teams that go into their conference championship games could be penalized.
Oh yeah.
Now they shouldn't be. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, if Indiana and Ohio State are both undefeated in the conference championship, whoever wins that should go to number one, and the other one probably should go to in the top 4 at least. Obviously, they shouldn't go out
You
the
would
top
think.
4. I don't think,
You think. Yeah.
unless one of them gets completely blown out and it's not even a contest. But if not, they still should be in the top 4. I mean, especially if they both make it there, I think. But yeah, it's sometimes I think for instance, let's just say, for instance, Michigan ends up winning against Ohio State. Could happen. So if Michigan now beats Ohio State, but still is not able to go into the conference championship game, do they get in now that they've had, a lot of good victories, even though they didn't make it to their conference championship game? Do they get in then? Because
Well, yeah.
they don't get eliminated now because they don't go to the conference championship game. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that, like I said, those teams and those rankings are going to go all over the place, in my opinion, in the next 2 weeks still as we keep going on. But yeah,
Right.
I think I wish they could redo the playoff system or redo something, and I guess almost get rid of because I'm telling you right now, Indiana and Ohio State, I don't care. Again, I don't care who you are. I don't think either team really wants to play in a championship game, especially when you have two teams that are playing that good. I mean, that is a possibility of a loss to one of those two teams. You know what I mean? One of those two teams is going to lose, and I think it's very arguable. I don't know which one would win that game. And I don't want it to be, and I would hate for that to be a slap in the face or right now they're 1-2. Why I think either team is happy right now. They'll say 1 or 2, that's fine. But damn well they can't be 1-2 when it's all said and done. It won't happen. So that's the thing. It's like, how far will that team fall and where will they get placed? And it'll be like a penalty for losing one game against the best team in the country. I mean, that's kind of silly, but that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, kind of get penalized for making the championship game and possibly losing there. But yep, we still got some time, so we'll see how it all shakes out. We got 4 games this week with some definite playoff implications. First game here is number 17 USC at Oregon, number 8. They are favored by 10.5 points at Outson Stadium in Eugene, Oregon.
I wonder who Pat's gonna pick. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pat.
Oh, you want my? Well, to me, this is 100% a playoff game. It is a playoff game in every way, shape, or form. I know that they're doing the eye test with Oregon because they're actually playing well and everything. But in my opinion, they need this win so badly. I think if they lose this game, they're going to be looking. Their resume at this point is going to be that they haven't really played anybody and they didn't beat anybody all season. And when they had an opportunity, they didn't. So, in my opinion, they need this game big time. And I'm glad it's at home. It's a great, ESPN, I guess, game day's going there. It's going to be a big environment. I do not like the 10.5 points. Nobody is running the ball better than Oregon right now. I know USC's defense is okay at times, but I think a lot of it's going to go on USC. I think if they can run the ball and balance it out, I mean, with their players on their team, like I said, their offense is awesome for USC. That Makai Lemon, he's like the best receiver in all of football. And but I don't know. It's a tough one. I really do believe that Oregon can win it. I think I definitely would take the under on this game. I think it's going to be a lot of rushing. I think a lot of it's going to be a lot of running, and I think it's going to chew up a lot of the clock. And I guess if you start talking like the under, I could see Oregon maybe winning something maybe like a 27-20 or 24 to 19 or something stupid like that. I think Oregon's going to win, but I don't like the points. That's a lot of points, but never know. But it's a big game. And both teams need it. If both teams even want to even think about going to the playoffs, they need this game more than anything. So,
yeah. What do you think, Dad?
I would. Well, I'm with Pat on this one. I think Oregon will probably win, but I do like USC in the points. Like you said, Lemon is just a complete stud. He's got over 1,000 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns this year. But the 3-headed monster of Oregon's backfield is awesome. I mean, Davidson's got 12 TDs. Whittington's leading the rushing department with 623 yards. Sadiq, their tight end, he's got 30 receptions and he's got 6 touchdowns. And USC has a couple good, real good running backs too. I just have to take the Ducks at home. If this was at USC, I may take USC. It's going to be a closer game than most people think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it could be a close game here too. I really like USC. I think that they're an underrated team in the top 25 for sure. They got a good squad on them, but Oregon winning this one with Dante Moore is my prediction. He's got 2,190 passing yards this season, 21 touchdowns. So I'm going with the Ducks at home.
I just really wish that the bad thing with this is I hope that Oregon can keep winning and make it to the playoffs and keep getting further along, because they have been without so many of their star, receivers, and their top running back is still out. It's just, it's sad when you see a team and it's like they're doing so well, but they're doing well with all their depth and not necessarily the starters, whatever. So it'd be nice to see them kind of get farther along, but to see what it really would be like. I would love to see Dante Moore actually have all his weapons. Whoa, we got a dog.
Whoa.
Kobe.
Whoa.
Stop. Yeah,
Come on,
Kobe's a little
LeBron.
excited.
Kobe.
maybe he disagrees with my Oregon comment. Who knows? But,
Yeah.
Maybe he does.
Yeah, he's like, shut up, Pat.
He's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a big Ducks fan. He's a dog
No, he's
fan.
not a big Ducks fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny. All right. Next here we have Pittsburgh at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's a favorite by 2.5 points at home at Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta. Who you got, Pat?
Boy, this is a tough one too. Again, I look at this as a do or die for Georgia Tech. I think when it comes down to it, they really, really need to win. I mean, I get it. Everyone needs to win, but I think they need to get the win this week. I think this is going to help them kind of get themselves back a little bit closer in the rankings, because they play Georgia next week and it's at home. But that to me is, losing at home to Georgia. And actually, the last few years that Georgia Tech and Georgia's played, it's been an actual competitive game. But I mean, I get it. Pittsburgh is looking good and looking hot, but man, they got their asses handed to them last week by Notre Dame. I honestly, I gotta go with the Georgia Tech. I just, lay the points. And that's fine. It's at Georgia Tech. It's there. It's at home. I'm going to go with Georgia Tech, and hopefully, their quarterback King, that dude's a stud, and I think he can balance it out. I think he can do well, and I think they can pull out a win. But I think it could be close, but I think they should still win.
All right, I am going to go with
Panthers. Wow. Okay. Going the little upset there. I mean, 2.5 is not much of a spread at home there. It's basically a pick'em game,
right,
based on what Vegas says there. But I'm gonna go Georgia Tech at home. Their senior quarterback Haynes King has 2,259 passing yards this season, and also 807 rushing yards as well. So dual threat there, and 10.
Yeah, he's more of a running. He's
well.
more like a running freak, man. He's just he's a powerful guy, man. He's fun to watch. He's fun to watch because you just know he hustles every play. So he's good to watch.
Yeah. So I'm taking Haynes and the Georgia Tech. What are
Rambling Wreck. They're Georgia Tech Rambling Wreck.
Rambling Wreck.
Yeah, that's what they call.
I don't know why I was thinking like bees or something, like some type of hornet or bee.
The Georgia Tech Bees.
No.
I think he's thinking like Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but
all right.
Anyway, next one here is number 23, Tennessee at Florida. Tennessee is the favorite by 4.5 away at Florida at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville, Florida. What do you think, Pat?
It's sad to know, like, this game, I guess, back in the day used to be a tough game, or at least, you never wanted to go to the Swamp. You never wanted to play them. But man, you want to talk about a disappointing team, the Gators this year. They only have one good quality win on their resume, and then they got rid of Billy Napier, and I don't know. To me, it doesn't do any good on either one of these teams. I mean, I get it. Tennessee could win, and it could help them out and move them a little closer. And I don't know. I guess I don't know what the whole chances of them to do anything is, but I don't know. I keep thinking like, Florida wants to make a statement and they can, maybe do something at home or whatever, but I don't know. That team is just such in disarray. It could be a tight game. I could see it being like an explosive game, like go and take the over. All in all, I think Tennessee's just the better team. I think Tennessee. I just lay the points. That's fine. Take Tennessee.
Yeah, I think Tennessee is going to win this game too. The 4.5 doesn't worry me. Um, Tennessee's the problem is Tennessee's 7-3. Gators are 3-7. They have opposite records. Florida's lost 3 straight now, and Tennessee, their losses are to Oklahoma, Alabama, and Georgia. Those
Yeah.
are their 3 losses. So it's the 3 of the best top SEC teams.
Yeah.
They need to keep winning against these teams they should be beating for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Tennessee minus the points and money line both.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Tennessee has lost some really tough games. I mean, to some great teams there. So that they themselves are a really good team, and they should beat Florida pretty handedly. I think in my opinion in there. But yeah, not too much else to say on that one. I think Tennessee rolls at Florida there. Next one is number 12, BYU at number 25, Cincinnati at historic Nippert Stadium. BYU is the favorite on the road by 2.5 points. What do you think, Pat?
Well, come on. This is my opportunity to say Kalani Sitake. I mean, that is like the coolest name in all of sports. And I mean, he is such a good head coach for them, and he's done so well for BYU. Again, I don't think they get the recruits that, a lot of other teams get, a lot of other colleges, but he seems to put out a good product every year. I think BYU is a very, very good team, but to go to College Station a couple weeks ago and get their asses handed to them by, Texas Tech, that was, or Texas A&M, but that was not good.
No, it was Texas Tech.
It was Texas Tech. Okay, it was Texas
Yep,
Tech.
yep.
Okay, but to get their asses handed to them, that was an eye opener. I mean, they came back last week. I think they beat TCU handily, and again, this is like one of these games. They have to win. They have to win to even think about being anything in this in the playoffs. But here's the thing. Cincinnati, 8 o'clock at night, is that town is going to be going crazy. Like you said, Nippert Stadium, it's going to be rocking and rolling. I believe that's their last home game of the season. It's a big game, man. This is a great opportunity for Cincinnati to, to kind of end the season a little bit on a high note. But I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, Luke, dude, but when it's all said and done, I think the Cougars win this. Honestly, I think it's a tight. It's gonna be a tight game. What's the spread on this game?
2.5.
2.5. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I take BYU minus 2.5, but I can easily see it being like I can see it being a close game, probably within a field goal. I don't know. I mean, Cincinnati comes, they need to really rock the house. They need to really turn it on, and maybe they can catch them off guard. But I think when it comes down to it, BYU they need it more. They have to have it, and I think they're gonna come. They're gonna come ready to play.
All
What do you
right.
think, Dad?
Well, I'm going with the Mormons too.
The Mormons.
Aren't they Mormons? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with the Mormons, even though probably 3/4 of the team isn't even Mormon. But anyways, I'm gonna go with them anyways. And I just Cincinnati is just sort of lost their luster. They have no quality wins. They've lost their last 2. BYU is 11-1, and their only loss was to Texas Tech, who's in the top 10. So I just got to go with that. That's my gut.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel the same way. I mean,
don't do it. Don't do
BYU, BYU is playing for everything here. I mean, they win this and they win out. I think they're in the playoffs, so they're playing for everything here. And Cincinnati has really fell short the past couple weeks and lost some there. I think Sorsby, I was saying earlier in the season here that he is a Heisman potential and. Just has not played very well. Last game threw 1 or 2 interceptions that just really were just terrible throws. But he does still have 2,218 passing yards a season, 22 touchdowns. So having a great year. But man, this is tough. As an alumni for the University of Cincinnati, playing in Nippert at a night game like this. I mean, there's not many night games at Nippert. It's a really crazy thing. It's always at like a noon afternoon sort of a game there. So a night game at Nipper is just special. So I think they play upset here to BYU and kick them out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I got to go the
Wow.
Bearcats. Yep.
Hey, you know, and
Mhm.
that's a possibility. Like I said, man, when you get those night games like that and everything in the city, the city and all the campus, they're not ready for that. I mean, it is, this is something new to, and so take it. Yeah, take it and use it to the best of your abilities and, hopefully get the crowd going and all that stuff. And it's good for recruiting. I mean, trust me, you can guarantee you that there's going to be some top recruits that Cincinnati's going to try to wow and everything. And boy, that if you make that environment awesome, I mean, that just helps your program. And again, they're 25th. They win a game like this, they're going to be in the top 20 come next week. So I mean, it could really turn. I mean, a game like this could really turn around a team and everything like that. So that's can hope for the best.
Yeah, not playing for the playoffs, but playing for a really great bowl game and a progression for the next seasons to come for sure.
Absolutely,
So yeah.
absolutely.
Well, that does it for some college football there. Now we are on to the NFL. So this was last week's picks with our guest picker Ethan. So Dad was 10-5, I was 9-6, and Ethan was 7-8. Come on, Big
Oof,
E, what are you doing over
jeez.
here? He had some
Yeah.
bold picks
Hopefully, we
with
have a better guest picker this week.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait till you get a load of me.
Yeah,
high
Yeah.
hopes for Pat's picks. I think
Oh,
he'll do better.
jeez.
We'll see. But yeah, he picked the Seahawks over the Rams. It didn't pan out for him, and probably the worst pick he's ever made in his whole life was the Raiders over the Cowboys, saying that Geno is a good quarterback.
yeah,
You remember that? Yeah,
yeah. That was not good. No, he's
yeah.
terrible.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, any surprising games here over the week?
For me, I'm telling you what, the Bears are starting to become for real. For number one, they look pretty good against the Vikings. That was one of the things that really stood out to me. Another thing was that the Rams, they held court. I mean, that was my big game of the week was the Seahawks and Rams held court. And I think the NFC West is going to be. It's just a shootout division. And that really held the thing that disappointed me the most was the Lions, and the thing is, Philly's not even really playing good, and they're still winning. That's the crazy thing, Philly's still winning, and they're not playing that great. There's turmoil on the team. I'm not getting the catch. You're not getting the catch. So, and they're still winning the game. So, I mean, my goodness, I mean, that's the crazy thing, and of course, my clowns. I'm at every home game. Once again, they're winning 16-10 at halftime. 16-10. All of a sudden,
Teasing you.
oh no, concussion. Here comes Shador on the field. All right, here we go. He goes 4 for 12, a pick. Obviously, he looks horrible. He's set up to fail, unfortunately, by the coaching staff. Never has ever taken a first team rep with the team. Never has even received a center exchange with the first team center. So, I mean, he's set up to fail. So, tell you what, we'll see what happens against the Raiders this week. But all I know is last week, not so good.
Yeah. I don't know why I said I have the Steelers as a loss on here where the Steelers won. I don't know why I put that, but we all picked the
Yeah,
Steelers,
you
right?
better
So
fix that.
my
Yeah,
error. Yeah.
because I should be 11-4 then.
Yeah. I was gonna
What the
say, wait,
hell?
how did the Steelers win? But yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no
we
shit.
are looking at the playoff picture here where we are in the season. What do you think about this playoff picture, Pat?
Well, to me, it's very similar to like just the whole college thing. I mean, there's so much season left, still in the NFL.
Yeah, there's 7 games
Eh,
left.
yeah, and you're looking at this. I mean, again, at least if I'm looking at the AFC side, I mean, I'm a Steeler fan, and I couldn't tell you how they're going to finish out the rest of the season. I mean, you hope for the best, but I have no clue. And the Jaguars, I mean, God, that's like the most craziest team. I have no clue. I can't even figure them out. They're such a weird team. It's like just when you think they're not going to play well, then they play well. When you think they should beat a team, I don't really know. I mean, I'll tell you one thing though. I really do believe like the Broncos. I think the Broncos are for real. I really do think that they are a very good top team. The funny thing is it's weird for us to look at a thing like this and not see Kansas City on there. That's a crazy thing. You don't even see Baltimore on there. I think if you started the season and said, "Hey, later on in the season, you're not going to see Baltimore." 2 out of the 3 teams, Buffalo, and even Buffalo's not playing all that great right now. It's just weird. But yeah, I don't know. I really do feel like you're. I think the Broncos are for real, and on the other side, like you said, Mark, that NFC West, man, that's a crazy division, and I really
Yeah.
I don't. And the funny thing is, you look on that side. You know what? Guess what? I don't see the Lions. Where are the Lions at? Where's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
where's the team that was going to dominate and destroy everybody? And they're not there. So again, I think this. I bet if you took this picture, in a couple weeks and seen, again, some teams are going to drop out, move in, do this and that, and get replaced. So, but as a Steeler fan, I'll take it right now. Like I said, I think everybody's if they're on this, they're happy with it and take it for what it is for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny seeing that the NFC North so tough there, and the Bears being at the top of it. But it's still anybody's division, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
For sure. I mean, by the end of this is all done, it could be Detroit up there. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. But like you said, like Pat said, though, the NFC West, you got the Rams, you got the 49ers, and you got the Seahawks. That by far is the best division in all the whole NFL. And I really think if the Rams stay healthy, they will win they will be the Super Bowl champs this year.
Mark it down. Place the
Yeah,
bets.
I mean, it's hard. It's like I said, that's a hard one to argue. I mean, how can you argue that? I mean, again, they're playing very well, and they're playing their defense off. I mean, everything, So yeah, and Stafford's, they're playing well.
it all comes
That's all it
comes
is.
down to health. At the end, when they
Yeah.
get the playoffs, it comes to health. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, see how it shakes out. And we
All
are
right.
on to week 12 here of the NFL. Still got quite a bit of time left, but we're rolling right along with this Thursday night game here. Is the Bills at the Texans at NRG Stadium. The Bills are the favorite by 6 points in this one. What do you think, Pat?
God, I really hate this game. I really do. I know they were saying something about maybe CJ Stroud. Maybe he's going to play this week or get on that concussion protocol. I don't know if he's playing tomorrow night or not.
He's officially out.
Oh, he is out. Okay.
He's officially out.
And see, here's my thing. If he was going to play, I would maybe give Texans a little bit better of a chance. But man, the bad thing is you're telling me that I can't take I'm not doing the points and all that. So I would definitely, I would take the points to take the Texans at this. I love Texans at home with their defense. I think their defense is really good. Buffalo's offense, unless Allen's going to run like all 7 touchdowns. I don't know. I don't even know who he's got.
He had 6 last week.
Yeah. I mean, Cook is not, Cook's not anything anymore. And I don't even think the Buffalo Bills have a receiver anymore. It seems like I don't know what the hell's going on with that team, but they're still winning. I think they are still the better team than the Texans. I think, to me, this is screaming a low scoring game. I think it's an under game. But I think the Bills could win this game. Bills in the under.
What do you think, Dad?
They look like the old Bills, obviously. But like Pat said, Texans defense is lights out. But with Mr. Mills will be at the QB for the Texans again, and Dalton Kincaid is also out for this game again. So he's doing. He doesn't have much receiver help, but I can't go against Josh Allen. I'm going to take Buffalo, and I would do the whole 6 points for Texans if I was doing points.
Yeah, it's hard to go against Buffalo, even though they've been somewhat more inconsistent this season. Who they lose to 2 weeks ago was a bad week. You remember?
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it wasn't
Buffalo?
last week, but the week before. Buffalo. They should have won, but it just goes to show the kind of inconsistencies there with them. But the
Did they lose to Miami?
Texans, yes, that's what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, Buffalo obviously should have won that game, and the Texans are definitely better than the Dolphins. So, Yeah, anything could happen in this game, I think, but still going with the Bills. Mills starting for the Texans doesn't help them out necessarily there, so
He's
I'm
done
going
well.
going the Bills.
He hasn't done that
He's
bad for
doing
him.
fine. You could
He's done
run.
all
You
right.
could run on the Bills. You could run on the Bills. So if you want to get a prop, I would take Marks, man. Take Woody Marks and take whatever you can on his props. I think you could run against the Bills. I think that's probably the safer way to go. So, but
Yeah.
again, I think they can be close. But I just the Bills. I think again, like anything else, the Bills really need this if they want it because they start falling away. I mean, they have to realize that they start slipping, they're going to let teams like Kansas City come right back into this as a wild card. You can't have that happen.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. So we're all going the Bills, see what happens there. Next game is the Vikings at the Packers. Packers are the favorite by 6 points at home at Lambeau Field. What do you think, Pat?
Lambeau all day long, Green Bay all day long on this. I'm telling you right now, JJ McCarthy and that whole team, they don't look right. They don't look in sync. The Packers have played well, but at home, that defense is just lights out. They've been doing very well at home on their defense. I just don't think they're ready to go to Lambeau this weekend in the cold weather. I get it, but Green Bay, Green Bay impressed me last week by having the injuries that they had. Love going away, Jacobs going away. They still came back, still wound up putting up some points. Beat the Giants. Um, whether or not Jacobs plays or not, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I just think I think the Packers can pull this out. Again, this is another game that I kind of feel like it's a very low scoring game. I just don't think Minnesota's going to do much at all in this game. I think Green Bay is gonna it's gonna be an ugly win, but I think they can pull out an ugly win, like a 21-13 game, and I think they'll be happy with it. Division game.
Yep. But yeah, they said as of now, Jacobs is still banged up.
Yeah,
He did not practice today, but it's always that Wednesday deal when a lot of guys don't practice.
yeah,
So he's I think right now maybe a 50-50 shot
he's
at playing. If
questionable.
not, Wilson is definitely a good backup. He had a nice game last week when he came in. Watson had a great game last week. He had 2 touchdowns. I just see, Green Bay at home and the way Minnesota has been playing that Green Bay should dominate this game, and I'll take Green Bay for sure.
Yeah, Green Bay's a resilient team, even if Josh Jacobs was out in this one. I agree with Pat. I don't think it would affect this one too much here. And yeah, Vikings a bit more inconsistent at home at Lambeau with the Packers. I mean, come on, it's can't get much better than that for home field advantage. And so I'm going Green Bay at home. All right, next one is the Giants at the Lions. Lions are the favorite by 10 points at home at Ford Field. What do you think, Patrick?
This is the game here. I'm sorry. I'm putting every single chip in. I'm going all in, everything in on the Lions this week. I think we've seen this before. They did not play well last week against Philadelphia. They did not look good. They didn't put up the stats. They didn't put up the touchdowns. They didn't look like nothing. And I'm telling you right now, Dan Campbell is going to go above and beyond this week. And I think they will absolutely destroy the Giants. I don't care if Jackson Dart comes back from his concussion. I don't care what the deal is. They may get maybe 7, 10 points, maybe 14 points. But I mean, I'm telling you right now, I think he's going to pull out every single trick in the book. I don't know who's going to do what on the offense. I don't know if it's going to be an Amon St. Brown getting 3 touchdowns or Gibbs or Montgomery or Goff just throwing 5 touchdowns. I don't know what it is. Take the over. Or I shouldn't say I don't know about taking the over. Take the over on the team points for the Lions. I don't know what that would be. Just take it. I think they can easily win like a 38-14. They're going to throttle them. We've already seen this. The Lions will not play 2 bad games in a row. He will not let it happen.
All right, I'm gonna also go with the Lions. Dart did practice a little today. Nothing. He's still in concussion protocol, so he only did light drills and everything like that. Laporta is out. He's on IR still. Like Pat was saying, Goff, he looked very uncomfortable last week. They were putting a lot of pressure on him. I'm looking for a lot better game. Maybe get the ball out a little quicker this time. So with getting the ball out quicker, we're going to see more screens to Gibbs and short passes to Brown. So we'll see what happens, but I'm definitely going to take the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions are too good to be 6-4 right now. It's kind of bad as a Lions fan. Probably like the high expectations, and here over the next few weeks, if you lose, say even one out of the next 3 games, you should be winning pretty much everything you got on the schedule coming up here with such a close divisional race. There's not even in the playoffs at the season ended today. So it's a must win game. I think this is one of my locks for the week is the Lions. So I'm going the Lions at home at Ford Field.
Did you say lock?
I didn't.
He
did.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
I
What?
refuse to. I'm not using that word.
You
I'm not
never
using that word.
ever want to hear. You never ever want to hear the Patrick lock, because that means it's an
Yeah.
automatic loss. Automatic
Yeah,
loss.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
don't
listen,
ever say
I'll
lock.
try to sound.
I said it. I said it.
Yeah,
Pat
I know.
didn't
That's
say it.
fine. You said it. I'm going to try to sound as best I can without using that word.
Jesus.
So.
I don't even want to hear that word anymore. It's sort of like a word that's not even in the vocabulary.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's gibberish. 100%.
Come on.
All right. Little superstitious, but hey, I get it. I get it for sure. All right. Next game here is the Seahawks at the Titans at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Seahawks are the favorite by 13.5 points.
Yeah. I wish I could pass on this one. This one is just ugly. I think it's ugly in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. If you're going to ask me, if you're going to ask me stuff about, if you're going to ask me on like the points and all that, I really do feel like, Tennessee can maybe muster and, take the points, take the 13 or whatever it is, 13.5. I like that. But if you're going to go straight up, I mean, I still feel like Seattle can win. Seattle's really banged up, I guess, on their offensive line. Their centers out and such.
Doesn't
And
matter.
traveling. I know, traveling, like I said, traveling across, to Tennessee. Um, I could see it being I just don't think, here's my thing. I just don't think Seattle's going to go in there and just light it up. I think it could be a closer game than what it is, but I have to go with Seattle. I can't see Tennessee pulling that out of there, but I would love to take the points. I would definitely take the points on Tennessee, and I definitely would probably go on the under on this. I just don't think there's going to be a lot of, I don't think there's going to be a lot going on in this game.
All right, me and Pat might have a side bet here. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be 41-0. Seattle's gonna blow them out of the water.
Wow.
Tennessee ain't gonna know what hit them.
Yeah.
I'm taking the minus 13.5. It's
Okay.
over before the plane even lands. That sucker's over. Take Seattle all day long.
Okay. All right. Hey, there we go.
Yeah. Don't say the L word, but Seattle is the heavy favorite in this one. Obviously, led by Sam Darnold. They're 7-3 so far this year. Sam Darnold has 2,541 passing yards, and JSN has 1,144 receiving yards. Crazy, insane. So yeah, obviously I'm going with the Seahawks, and they get the dub. Next one here is the Colts at the Chiefs. Chiefs are the favorite by 3.5 points at home at Arrowhead. Big game here. What do you think, Pat?
One of my games of the week.
Yeah, I mean, I think watching this, I think this is this is probably one of the better games to watch, because of the fact that they're both playing they're both explosive teams that can play. I know Kansas City has not played as well as they normally play, but I mean, I don't know. There's a part of me that sits there and thinks there's no way in the world they could lose 3 games in a row. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I feel like the Colts at some point is going to be the team that we thought was really, really good, and they turned out to be just okay. And I don't know why. I don't know why I think that. I know Jonathan Taylor, the dude's a stud. He's an MVP candidate. I mean, I get that, but
Yeah.
I mean, Kansas City. I mean, you want to talk about a team that has to win this weekend? That's a team that has to win, and they are at home.
Yep.
I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I just feel like this is one of these crazy games that, again, if you wanted to take the points, maybe take the points in Indianapolis. I could see it being like a 21-17 game, Kansas City, and say, hey, we won, or like a 20-17 game. like a last second field goal. I just don't see this. I can't see Kansas City losing this game.
Yeah, I'm with you, Pat. I got Kansas City also. If they don't win this game, they're not going to make the playoffs. They're just not.
Yeah.
I just don't think they
No.
will. They've lost. This will be their third loss in a row. They can't lose 3 in a row, and you can't lose at home. I know the
You can't
Colts are
lose
coming
AFC
off of.
teams.
Yeah, I know the Colts are coming off a bye. Taylor has been smoking, but I just think Kansas City's got to win. So if you got to win, your backs are against the wall. I'm taking Kansas City.
Not so fast. I think the Colts have this one. They're 8-2 on the season. Obviously Jonathan Taylor, possible MVP season this year. He has 1,139 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns. On top of the whole squad really performing well this season. I mean, yeah, Kansas City needs to win this game so bad, and they do have the home field advantage in this one, but I really think we could see a year where Kansas City doesn't make the playoffs, which is just crazy to say.
Hey, that'd be
crazy.
great. I'd actually love that.
Yeah, that's the
I'd
thing.
love
Yeah,
that,
I mean,
but-
yeah. If Kansas City doesn't win another game for the next 4 years, I'll love it. Yeah, but I'm just trying to put my rational, hat on this one.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I was saying that in the beginning of the season that no way they lose this one, and then they lost, and then no way they lose, and then they lose again.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a different Kansas City team, and I think we need to get used to that. And I mean, the Colts aren't perfect by any means here, and they could definitely lose this game. It could be a toss up here for sure. But I'm going the Colts in this one, and I feel good about it. So.
I'm glad you feel good, buddy. Good job.
Yeah, I feel good about it because you guys picked the Chiefs, and so when the Colts win, I can
Yeah.
be
You need some work because you're 11 behind me.
Yeah,
you're
I
11
see.
behind. You need
Exactly.
some picks.
This is the type of the game I need to win bad. So
Yeah.
I need it. Next game here is the Patriots at the Bengals at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Patriots are the favorite by 7 points in this one.
I really like what the Patriots are doing. I like what Vrabel's doing with that team. Everybody on that team seems like they're stepping up and playing really well. Patriots, I believe, are probably one of the best teams on the road when it comes against the spread and such. I just with Chase being out, that is such a huge, in my opinion, that's such a huge damage to the Bengals offense. And now you're going to rely on Higgins. I'm sorry, I'm going to throw Christian Gonzalez on him all day, shut him down as much as I can, and now you're going to be looking at that the third and fourth receiver and the tight ends. I just don't. They may score maybe 10, 14 points, but I really do feel like the Patriots right now they can actually they can start to separate themselves. And I think if they can, this is a game that you should be able to look at it right now and say, hey, I should be able to go to Cincinnati. They don't have Burrow, they don't have Chase, and you're not going to win that game. I mean, that just seems kind of silly. This is the game that they should win. This is the game they have to win. And I think they're going to go in there and I think they're going to get it done. I actually think, like I said, I think they're going to beat the shit out of them about 30-10, 30-14, I think. So I'm looking at the Patriots all day on this one.
I also have the Patriots with, once Chase got his, dealio, he, likes to spit. He's a spitter. But anyways, once he went through the thing and they said, no, sorry, you're still got the 1 game suspension. I know Burrow is practicing some. That doesn't mean he's going to play this week. And like you said, they're going to have Iovas. How do you say his name, Luke? Do you know? Third wide receiver, Isovas, whatever that. So you're going to be relying on him and Higgins. They're going to shut down Higgins. So Isovas and Noah Fant are going to be the main targets. I don't see it. New England's got a really good D. They're going to shut down Chase. Not Chase. I'm sorry. Chase Brown. But yeah, I'm going with the Patriots on this one.
Yeah, this should be an easy win for the Patriots, in my opinion. The Bengals just don't have it. Chase out as well, obviously, really hurts them. But yeah, the Patriots this year have been playing great. They're a team that should win this game. Stephon Diggs actually just had a kid with Cardi B.
Yeah.
So he's
I
got a
think he's having.
little
I think
a
he's
little
having 4
motivation
this month, from what I'm
for
understanding.
this
He's
one.
having like 4 kids this month with 4 different babies' mamas. So yeah,
And
I'm not. I'm not
he's
lying either. That's the truth.
No,
yeah,
that's it. No,
hey,
that's yeah. The dude's having
yeah,
fun. The dude's having fun for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
hey,
Way too
he's
much.
making a whole lot of
Yeah.
money.
Just wait till his
He's doing
pocketbook's empty. He's gonna have no pocket money left.
hey, he's playing well. He's got 659 yards and 3 touchdowns this season. So I think he could pay the baby mamas all he wants.
Yeah,
So
he might be.
Yeah,
Right.
I,
Either
I,
that, or we'll be
yeah.
wondering why he's playing in his like 19th season or something. You know what I mean? Like, years from
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, breaking news, by the way, Keon Coleman will not play again. He will be benched again tomorrow night. Breaking news.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
They just don't have. It's just so weird, man. They just don't. They have weapons. I don't. It's just weird with that team. I just don't understand. You have the best quarterback in the league, pretty much, and they have. I don't know. Their offense just looks so scattered. I don't know.
it's out of whack.
It is. It's not. Something's not driving.
All right.
All right. Next
On
one
to the
here
next.
is we got the Steelers at the Bears at Soldier Field. The Bears are the favorite in this one by 2.5 points. So it's a close one. What do you think about your Steelers, Pat?
I I don't know whether or not, Rodgers is going to play or not. I know they have reports that he may play or he doesn't need surgery, so they said he might play, might not play. I don't really know. I'm not really worried about playing at Soldier Field. I can guarantee you back in May, June, July, whatever, because of the fact that the Steelers do not go to Chicago that much ever, hardly. It's once in a blue moon. Half that stadium is going to be waving the terrible towels. So it's going to feel like a home game for the Steelers. You can mark my words, and I'm not going to say the L word, whatever, but I think when it's all said and done, I could almost see the Bears not making the playoffs. I think they are the biggest fraud of a 7-3 team. They have not played anyone all season long, in my opinion. They opened up the season with losses to the Lions and the Vikings, which are division losses. I mean, again, I'm not saying they're not bad. I guess I get it. They're turning things around. Ben Johnson has got them going and working. But I get it. They can win this game.
Say it.
No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. But here's my thing. I actually think the Steelers can go in there and pull out a win. I think it would be probably ugly as hell to do it. I don't think either team is going to light it up. I just don't. I know Caleb Williams has played a lot better at home, which is a little scary. But I have to go with my Steelers on this as much. And I'll take the points. Give me the damn points, and I'll take it. And I think they'll win outright. I really do feel, but I think it's going to be a super, super close game. And but I am not a big believer at this point with the Chicago Bears. I'm sorry. I think it's great. I know every fan in the world that's a big, they're loving it right now. But when it's all said and done, it's not going to be their division to win.
I am going with the Bears.
That's fine.
I am taking the Bears at home. Warren is also questionable for this game, so you could see a little more Gainwell. Gainwell has done very good in roles this year of when Warren's been dinged up. So, then again, I almost thought Mason did pretty doggone good last week compared to Rodgers.
I know. That's why.
So I mean, I get it. But I just gonna go with the home team on this one. I think the Steelers are gonna stumble, and I'm gonna take the Bears.
Two teams at the top of their divisions for now. I think both of these teams could fall from the number 1 spot in their division here. So, but I think the Bears at home here, as you said, Patrick, with the Caleb Williams playing well at home and been playing well lately. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder, and Chicago's loving it, obviously. And so I'm gonna go the Bears. And Dad, did you notice the Bears? So the Bears won last week. You remember how you changed your pick last second there
to the Bears? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So that worked out.
Right.
That worked out last week.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah. That's called knowledge. Knowledge.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you know? What do you know that we don't know?
Okay.
There, it's like,
I have no idea. I know nothing.
Yeah,
Really.
Yep.
Yeah. On to the next.
All right. We're going the Bears and Steelers. As next is the Jets at the Ravens. The Ravens are the favorite by 13.5 points at M&T Stadium in Baltimore.
This game to me, I think I think it's going to be a joke. I think it's going to be a joke of a game. I know they're starting Tyrod Taylor. Um, Jets offense is just
Tyrod Taylor, what a joke!
I mean,
it's comical.
it is. I mean, the Jets offense is just, I mean, sad. I mean, maybe they'll score on their first drive, their well scripted 10-play drive, whatever, fine. So give them 10 points, but give them 7 points, give them 10 points. I don't care. But I just feel like, again, just like with the Ravens, this is an opportunity. They're at home. They're playing a team that is abysmal. And they need to win. And I think it'll be a very low scoring game. I just don't think the Ravens are the Ravens that we think that, can just drop, like Lamar throwing 5 touchdowns. I at this point, he hasn't shown that. I don't see that, but I could see an easy, like a 27-10, I think is a good score. I think it's still going to show that they basically throttled them the whole game. They covered. Low scoring game, but they still won, and they didn't have to go all out and beat the crap out of them. But yeah, I think the Ravens all day on this one. Give up the points, go low.
Yeah, once again, this Ravens Jets game is pretty much like the Seattle Tennessee game. It's really not competition. The thing is, though, the Ravens still are not playing good. They should have lost last week. They should have lost last week. They should have. I mean, Jackson was terrible. He was sacked left and right.
You had one job, Browns. You had the one job.
Yeah, one job, and they just couldn't do it, of course. Why would they be able to if you're up 16-10? But anyways, that's beside the point. So, but the Ravens are just a better team overall, all around. And when you put in Tyrod Taylor, who should probably not even be in the league at starting quarterback, it's not going to bode well. So I'm taking the Ravens minus points, whatever, money line, all the above. Put all the money on them.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravens really should have lost last week to the Browns. So yeah, I never know what could happen here, but I got to go the Ravens.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Ravens are going to give up back-to-back kickoff return and punt return like the Browns did. So you can take the Ravens.
Yeah.
That'll help them out there. So next one here is the Jaguars at the Cardinals at State Farm Stadium. Jaguars are the favorite by 3 points in this game. What do you think, Patrick?
The Jags are like a love them, hate them kind of relationship. It's like I do not know what you're going to get this week. I mean, they should go into the Cardinals. They should go to Arizona, Glendale, and Hayes, and pull out that win. They're definitely on paper a better team, and I mean, but. Sadly, I don't get it. Jacoby Brissett. I mean, that dude, I don't understand. I mean, he is such a solid backup quarterback. They don't have any of their weapons, and they're going with all of their second, third, string guys, and they're still dropping points and they're still doing something. And with the fact that they're home, I think it helps. I actually like the Cardinals on this. I'm thinking that this is one of these games where the Cardinals being at home and Jacoby Brissett having more time to get, and he's still throwing completions. I mean, that dude is still making. I mean, that dude is going crazy. He had 47 last week. He broke a record. I don't think he cares. I mean, he's throwing, he's making stuff. I'll take the points. Give me the points. I'll take that. I'll take Cardinals money line. I'm going all out on that one. I think they're going to win. I'm not a big believer in the Jags right now. They're so wishy-washy.
Yeah. If this to me, this game is a coin toss game. To me personally, they both could win. They both could. I mean, it's just they're so mediocre. Both of them. They're mediocre teams as far as I'm concerned. I do know that Harrison is out for sure. Mercado is out. So that means if you need a receiver, Wilson's going to be their number one receiver now. Besides, of course, McBride, who is their tight end, who is really their number one receiver. But so McBride may catch 10 balls and have 2 touchdowns in this game because they're going to be feeding him the ball like crazy, especially if Brissett wants to throw the ball that many times. Bam Knight is also questionable, and I know Benson is started to practice, and he has 21
Yeah,
days to get him off
yeah.
the IR. Yeah. So I don't think he's playing this week, but the window's open for him. To me, I tossed a coin on this one. I'm not going to lie. I tossed a coin. It landed Jaguars. I want the Jaguars to lose, though, but I'm taking the Jags. That's
There you go.
my hypotheses for this one. That's how good
There's
I
your
am.
flip
Hey.
of the week. Your Robinson flip of the week. You got to have a flip of the week. There you go.
Yep.
That's great. I love that. I'm going to go with the Jaguars in this one. They are coming off a big win last week against the Chargers. So I think with Trevor Lawrence, he's got 2,151 passing yards, 11 touchdowns this season. Yeah, they are up and down the season, but I think they can be up on this one on the road and beat the Cardinals in my opinion. So that's what I'm going with.
Hey, Luke, with the software that you have, can you do like where I know like you can edit, how I get it how you could switch the screens and switch to whatever, captions you want, but you should have like some animation stuff like the flip of the week. If he says something like that, you can have you could switch it real quick to a coin flip animation and go back and, or something like that, or you go back and forth with some different animation that could splice the video portion of Robinson.
Yeah,
Replay.
no, that's a good idea
Yeah,
for the
or like
Robinson
shocker,
replay.
like upset of the week, and then like change the screen real quick to a big old upset, or something like that. Or if you want to use the L word, you could just, throw a big, L thing out there. But yeah,
I
just
like
didn't know.
that. I'll have to go talk to the production team.
Yeah, Luke's a busy man right now. He's selling big time houses right now, so he's busy.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Got to make the Monet. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now for the best game. There we go. Come on, bring it, Luke.
Yeah, the best game here on the schedule: the Browns at
Shador,
the Raiders.
baby.
Shador is in.
1, 2,
Shador is in
12.
Vegas.
Yeah.
And the
I'll
Raiders
tell you,
are the
here's
favorite.
thing. Okay. Yep, you got it. And
Raiders are
here's
the
deal.
favorite by 4, but yeah, go ahead.
By 4. Okay. I just heard the great stat this morning that Shador is the 42nd starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns since '99 when he got back in the league. 42nd.
Congratulations.
But here's my
add him to the jersey.
Yep, add him to the jersey. You know what? But here's my thing. I just thought about the Raiders, man. I don't know what the deal is, man. They just I don't know. I don't know what it is about them.
They're terrible.
They're bad. I mean, we could all make fun of the Browns and say they're bad and they do bad things, but their defense still is lights out. You gotta love the Browns defense. They step up and they play, and I think they're gonna make it very, very difficult on the Raiders. And then here's my
Gino
thing.
with 2 picks for Gino.
Well, yeah, very easily could be. And here's my thing: we do not know what it's like for Shador to take a full week of practice with the team and everything like that. Again, we can make fun of him all we want about how he performed last week, stepping in or what, or this or that. But now he has a full week. He has a full week to practice and do it. I actually like the Browns in this game. I'll take the damn points, and I'll take the Browns outright to win this game. I think this is a game that, this is like Shador says, hey, I'm not a practice guy. I'm a guy that goes out on the field and makes things happen. Well, he didn't make it look really good last week, but that end of those sequences of those last couple drives look god awful in the play calling. So let's just hope they put him in a better predicament to maybe get the ball down the field and move it around.
Yeah.
I just think, maybe talent wise, I get it. There's a lot of great players on the Raiders. I get that. But the Raiders just aren't playing well at all. And with the talent that they have, I think the Browns can sneak in and win. I like the Browns on this.
Yeah, it's scary that you said that, Pat, but
you want me to say that? I don't know.
No, don't say lock, please.
No, I don't say yeah, I don't gotcha.
It basically is the curse of death. I mean, the thing is, once again, Browns do Browns things. We know on paper, we know by eye test, we know the Browns defense is great. The Browns should have at least 2 picks, probably cause 2 fumbles and get those fumbles. But the problem is the offense. It's always the offense. Genti looked awful last week. I mean, so technically the Browns should win this game, even with a mediocre Sanders. And the poor guy, he's out $200,000. His house is getting him broken into when he's playing. I mean, what the heck? Poor guy.
Something
He's out there.
Something I never asked you, Mark, and I don't know. Maybe that you'd be the perfect one to assess this, to answer this question. You know how the famous thing is the Browns just do the Browns thing. The Browns do the same Browns things. That's how they lose and all that. Do you ever realize, is it more or less they do it in front of you when you're at home and they do the Browns things at home, or do you think it's just out of the game?
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Is it really? I just always feel like it's a home.
Looking against the Jets, but looking against the Jets, they gave up a punt and then a kickoff back to back.
Okay. Yeah.
That's Browns things, man.
Okay, I'm done trying to be nice to the Browns. I'm done. I'm done being nice. Okay, I'm done.
So I'm picking the Browns in this one. Crazy enough. Shedeur starting in this game with a full week of practice. We don't know what's going to happen here. So obviously last week he was set up to fail, even though he had that terrible interception. I mean, that was just a bad throw by him, but he doesn't know the receivers like that, or didn't know, now knows them a bit better. It only took the center afterwards is like, yeah, well, don't even know his like count or anything, like his only snapped the ball to him like twice in practice ever. It's like, your backup quarterback. How is he not taking snaps?
And you should see Jerry Jeudy today. You should have seen his press conference. Wow, is he ticked off about life? I don't know if it's just because he's sick of losing, the Shedeur thing or whatever, but he was giving one-word answers to questions from the media, and that was it. They answered him 5 questions. It was about a total of 10 words, and he walked out the place. He was done. Wow. So it's ugly. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully the Browns can pull this off on the road here. Shedeur should be locked in. He got his house broken into, so he should really lock in for this game. And
he needs to make some extra nil money. Well, that's right. He doesn't do nil anymore. He does commercials. Or whatever.
Well, the thing is, the NFL is so quick to say quarterbacks are bad. They have, if Shedeur goes out and lays an egg on this one, it's gonna be over from the media standpoint on Shedeur here, and then Dylan will probably be back from concussion protocol, and he'll start, and Shedeur could possibly not see the field for the rest of the year, potentially there. So, but
scary.
If Shedeur does the opposite, there's no way that they can start Dylan once he comes back.
Oh, there'll be more. If he does great, and all of a sudden Gabriel's healthy, they're going to say, "Well, sorry, he doesn't lose his starting job because of an injury, so he gets a starting job back."
Oh my
God! Let me tell you what will happen then. The whole stadium may burn down before they even get the new one built.
If Shedeur goes out and performs, and I'm at Huntington Bank Field and Shedeur is not playing, then I'm gonna lose it. So
it could happen.
Yeah,
that'll be your Thanksgiving gift for you.
It really could. Yeah. That's the Browns for you, but it is scary that we're all picking the Browns. But we'll go on to the next game here. Next game here is the Eagles at the Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. Eagles are the favorite by 3.5 points. What do you think, Patrick?
Wow, it's a tough game. I
agree.
It's a tough game, and I guess my thing is just when you think, I mean, I could sit here and hype all the game up and say everything about the Dallas Cowboys and how their offense is kind of clicking and everything, but man, it always seems like the Eagles are such spoilers half the time. But I do believe at some time, the Eagles are going to get punched in the face, and this is the opportunity. I as much as I hate picking. I hate both these teams, but I actually think that I actually think this is going to be a really good game, and I think that Dallas can. I think Dallas can win this. I would love to take the points, and I think Dallas can win this game. I think it'll be a close game, but I like their offense. I think their offense is clicking right now, and right now I just don't. I have no clue what I'm going to get out of Eagles, and I don't know. But for that reason only, I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Well, unfortunately for my guillotine, I wish I would have started Pickens. I would have easily won,
I
and I would still be
seen
getting
that.
my
I'm like,
guillotine.
I look at your team. You started.
I mean,
How
what do
did
you
you?
do? What do you do? What do you
Yeah,
do?
but
It is what it is.
you started
I,
somebody.
I
I
have
don't
a lot
even
of
know
good
what.
players. I started Lamar Jackson. He did terrible.
No, you started
It
somebody
is
else,
what
and
it
it
is.
was yeah. Okay, whatever.
Well, it's always questionable, but just
You
like
took
you
Pickens
starting,
from me, and you still didn't.
just like you started Gadsden over
I
Kittle,
don't want to hear about it. Because I would
But
have won
anyways,
last week
okay,
and the week one.
I am going Dallas. I Pickens is on
Okay.
fire right now. Dallas's offense smoking hot, and even Dallas's defense is getting better. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
they have a lot. They had 3 guys come back from injury last week. They got Clark, they got Williams in the
and Williams from
trade.
the Jets. Yep, from Jets. He looked good
Yeah,
last week.
yeah, they are starting to play defense now. So
Yep.
they're starting to get turnovers. They look good. I'm going with Dallas at home for of course, it says here, the game of the week.
Yeah, the Fox
Yeah. Well,
game of the
yeah.
week
It's the
there.
Fox. It's
Well,
probably the Fox game of the week. Yeah.
yep. So that scares
4:25.
me that both of you picked the Cowboys because I didn't think you were gonna pick the Cowboys, both of you. So that makes me question my pick even more because I was gonna pick the
Hey,
Cowboys.
please do not let our picks, mess with yours. I
Don't
mean,
let
you
us
gotta,
influence you.
yeah, don't
Maybe we
influence
should
me.
maybe we should all write them down first so that people don't change them based upon what other people pick.
Hey, you changed your pick last week because of what me and Ethan were saying, or yeah, what Ethan was saying, and it worked out for you. So
I
hey,
know.
I'm not going to change my pick though.
Okay.
Even though maybe I should. I picked the Cowboys originally coming off this that the Eagles are not as good of a team as their record shows at 8-2, and the locker room is crumbling. Jalen Hurts has gotten some flack. I mean, they're a good team. They're gonna make a run in the playoffs for sure, but how far? I just don't know. I think the Cowboys can pull this one off at home. They're a high power team, and should be definitely one of the games of the week. Next one here is the Falcons at the Saints at
Ugh,
Caesars Superdome. Saints are the favorite by 1.5 points. Ugh, is right.
Isn't that unbelievable? The Saints are favored.
I
Is
know.
that that has to be the first game they're favored in all year?
Yeah,
Oh,
it has to be a
probably,
bad game if the Saints are
probably.
favored.
Oh,
God, we just found out that Penix is out for the season. He has got the partially torn ACL, and his other other leg, not the bad one that he's got injured 1,000 times. London is iffy right now. I mean, Raheem
no,
Morris.
London's out. He's already out.
Is he out? Okay, he's out.
He's
Yeah,
out.
Raheem Morris is on the hot seat. I mean, I'm sorry. They tried as best they can to make that team flip around. Now you're going to turn around and put Kirk Cousins in. I know it'll be a totally different offense, I guess, but I'm sorry. I'm going to ride with the Saints. I think this is a game that, um, you know, uh, their new quarterback, Tyler Shock. I don't know. I just, for some stupid reason, I'm going to go with the Saints. I just think I'm not saying they're a better team. I just, God, the Falcons are they're just playing so bad right now. I don't know. There's something about that team is missing, and they're going to miss some of their star
Yeah.
powers. And I'm sorry, Bijan Robinson. He's not gonna. He can't do the whole fuck. He can't do the whole thing. So go the Saints.
I'm going with the Falcons. I'm gonna go with me some Kirk Cousins and some Darnell Mooney. And I think obviously their running game is what's going to carry them. I mean, if the Falcons win, it's
Hmm.
because of their running game. There's no doubt
Yeah.
in my mind. They're going to need some ball control. So you're going to see a lot of Robinson and Algier. So I'm going with the Falcons.
Yeah, this one could be a coin toss here. Honestly, I should have done that for this game, but I didn't. I
Yeah. See.
just picked the Falcons. In this one, not too much of a any sort of reasoning, I guess. You said Bijan can't carry the whole entire team necessarily, but I mean that's something there. He has 783 rushing yards a season, only 4 touchdowns. I feel like it should be more, but I mean it's the Falcons,
He's
so
had some receiving too, probably.
some
And
receiving
they
Yeah.
too.
probably
Yeah,
didn't include those.
yeah,
He's
didn't include
a
those. Yeah,
multi-purpose guy. So yeah, he's got both.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna pick the Falcons. I mean,
Why
terrible
not?
game, but why? Yeah, why not? Why not? Next one is the Buccaneers at the Rams at SoFi Stadium. The Rams are the favorite at home by 7 points in this one.
Yeah. I think this is the Sunday night game on NBC. Wow. You want to talk about a team, Baker Mayfield. I mean, I'm waiting for him to get his game back, get his edge back,
Yeah.
and get that team going. Um, I don't believe, I'm not sure. I don't think Bucky Irvin's going to play this week. I don't know. I know they talk about practices, and uh, I like the Rams, like we just said. I agree everything with what you said earlier, Mark, about the Rams being one of the top teams and everything, but I actually think this is a game where I think this is going to be a Baker Mayfield game. Sunday night football, limelight. I think this is just they have. I mean, it's hard to it's sad to say, but I just feel like they have to win this game. They got to get back on track.
Yeah.
They got to get going again. And if you're going to lose another if you're going to lose another game and then you're going to lose another NFC game, it's going to hurt. It's not good. I get it. Losses are never good, but this
Yeah.
is this could be a game later on when it comes to a tiebreaker. And I'm sorry, you need these games, and I think they need to come in. I'll take the points. I actually do believe I think Tampa Bay can win this and just win it outright. And I think I think this is gonna be I think this would be one of the higher scoring games of the week. I
It
really
should
feel
be.
like this. Yeah, I could see this easily being like a 35-31 game or something stupid like that, but I think this game could be fun to watch.
Definitely. I look forward to this game the most, I think, on Sunday night. I got to take the Rams though. I got to put my money where my mouth is. The Rams are a better team right now. The Buccaneers have been struggling. They've lost a couple too many games. Baker does shine on the spotlight. He did announce today that he's having a baby boy come next
Yep.
year, so maybe
Uh-huh.
that'll motivate him.
That's right.
Maybe that'll motivate him a little bit. Get his
Yeah.
gears going again. But the problem is with Tampa Bay is they're just too dinged up. They are missing Irving so much and Evans and Godwin. They just need some kind of boost to get them going again. And right now, it doesn't look like any of those three are going to be playing this week, so I don't see no boost. Go with the Rams.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dad. I think the Buccaneers need a boost. I just don't think it's coming this week against a really, really good Rams team at home for them. I mean, it would I could see the Buccaneers winning in this one. They'd have the potential and the skill set to do so, but have just been struggling too much for me to be able to pick them in this game against the Rams. If it was any other team, I think I'd give them more of a chance. More out of the time. But yeah, Stafford has 2,557 passing yards this season, 27 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. I mean,
That's
just
amazing. I
insane.
mean, guy's what 40, 41? I don't know. He's up there, and he's been. And this is the guy that wasn't even going to hardly play. They were begging him to play because he was hurt all
I know.
preseason. They said, "Oh my gosh!" And everybody was worried about their fantasy. Oh, should we pick Puka? Should we do this? Should we do that? Guy's been lights out, man.
Mhm.
They haven't said anything about him being injured one time this entire season. Now I just jinxed him. But anyways, besides that, he's done great.
Yeah. And
Jeez.
trust me, there's 25 NFL teams right now that would love to have Stafford as their quarterback right now. So yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy to say with him being this old, but it's true. Next one is the last one, the Monday night game is the Panthers at the 49ers at Levi Stadium. The 49ers are the favorite by 7 points.
Well, I don't have a lot of stock on this game. I don't really think I have anything with fantasy wise. So this game to me is going to be this might I might not even watch this game. This game really doesn't seem to be anything of importance. But I do know that Bryce Young played very well last week. Did and wow, this is a tough one because San Francisco's defense is really playing bad right now. I get it that they're
They're
home.
banged up.
Yeah,
They're
they're
banged
banged
up
up,
bad.
and right now, I mean, again, you let Bryce throw the ball, he's coming on again like he did last year. Like last year he started off slow, but then he finished the season strong. I mean, he's putting together some good numbers and everything like that. I just, I don't know. I mean, Brock Purdy's playing now, right? I mean,
Yep.
he's playing, yeah.
Yep.
Uh, Again, I think this is going to be a really, really ugly game. It could be really close, but I'm going to have to go with the home team. I think San Francisco. I mean, they're looking good. I mean, they're in a good position right now with their record, and again, I think this is one of these games you look at on paper and it's like, hey,
Oh.
we need to beat, we need to win at home. We need to beat the Carolina Panthers. We need to stay where we're at, so yeah, I'm going to go with the 49ers.
It's so funny you say all these things, Pat, and it pops up on my
I
phone.
know Bryce Young.
Somebody
You see
just
that?
picked up Bryce
Yeah,
Young.
Bryce.
Yes, this
Yeah,
is
it just
so
popped up on
funny.
my phone. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, just
I was
Bryce.
like,
Yeah,
wow,
here I am. I'm hyping
unbelievable.
up Bryce. Yeah,
And somebody is telepathically knowing what they're going to say on the show.
yeah,
It's incredible.
yeah.
But anyways, no, I gotta go with San Francisco here. It's going to be basically, McCaffrey against Dowdell. I think that's going to be what it comes down to at the end. It's going to be running back against running back. I just think, overall, San Francisco needs this win more than Carolina. They want to stay in the running. They want to stay where they're at, playoff position wise. This could really put a wrench in their plans. They lose a game to Carolina at
Yeah.
home on a Monday night. You got to win this game. I'm going with San Francisco.
I'm going San Francisco as well in this one. No, I probably won't even watch this game, honestly. Too, it doesn't really excite me very very much here. But I mean, the Panthers are a decent team.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not bad, but
they're not bad. This isn't a terrible game. It's just not a super exciting game in this one, I think. But obviously rooting for CMC. Got him on my fantasy team, and I think he will run the ball well, and 49ers will win at home. So that's my pick.
I'm surprised they have
Mhm.
the total on that. I mean, I have it down like right now at like 48.5 and all that. I just feel like that's kind of high for that game. I don't know why. I feel like that kind of a game on Monday night. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking of myself like a 21-17 kind of game, but I don't know. I just feel like that's a lot. 49.5 points. That's a lot of points for two teams like this, but I don't know.
That does seem high.
Yeah, and as you can see for the bye weeks this week, we got Denver, Chargers, Dolphins, and the Washington
The Washington
Commanders.
Redskins. Yeah.
I was going to say that, but I caught myself.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, the Chargers of all those teams, the Chargers desperately need a bye week. I mean, right now they are so banged up, and Herbert is that dude right now. He's not going to finish off the season if he keeps getting banged up the way he
Whack.
is. And
He's a
and you know what?
pinata.
Yeah, and it works out perfect. I mean, if you look at the Broncos, wow, you get to go into play. You get to go as like the number one seed right now into your bye week, and they get to come out of this. Hopefully, if they are banged up or whatever, they can come out of this a little bit healthier and then just get the nice little last
They need to
last
fine tune
stretch.
their offense.
Yeah, they're a little erratic. They're different, but
Plus, Dobbins is out. Dobbins is hurt. He's out. I think he
yeah,
may be out season. They're talking.
yeah,
That means
probably.
Harvey. That could be the derailment of the Denver Broncos is a running game if Harvey is not the man when it comes playoff time.
Yeah, it's like I don't really know who their running back is. It seems like it's like it's really all over the place. Where I thought before, like you said, it was Dobbins and it was really good, and then they sprinkled the other guys in. Now I feel like they don't have a running back, and I think they're trying to mix things up. And yeah, you're right. That could be a thing that might hurt them later on in the season.
Yeah. Well, last thing here is anytime touchdowns. Got some
That's right.
anytime touchdowns
Oh,
here.
whoa! I didn't know about that. Hold on a second.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
so
obviously you
I
haven't been
can-
watching the Robinson replay, sir.
Well, yeah, here if I'm going to, here's my thing. I have so much stock on the Lions game. In my opinion, I think that is the game. In my opinion, that's the game that is 100% gonna be, I think, your touchdown game. But unfortunately, when you start talking the Lions, I mean, I'm guessing either Gibbs or Amon St. Brown. If I had to guess, I would go Gibbs, which I know damn well probably money wise that and that's not going to be that great of a of an odds on that. Boy, if I'm looking at any other games here on the schedule, maybe if anything, how about maybe a Bijan Robinson for the Falcons? I mean, if the
Oh, you're
Falcons are going
took mine. You're mine.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That's a deal where if the Falcons are going to try to muster up any kind of stuff, that could be that could
Yep,
be
that's
something
what I told.
out
That's
of
what I said. They're
Like
gonna
that.
control
yeah.
that game with the run game, and that's how it's going.
Yeah,
So this is
I'm sorry, Mark. Well, that's fine. You can you take. Go ahead. Go.
no.
You can take your Robinson. I will take Amon State Brown. I will take him.
All
That's
right.
I'll go with that. There we go.
All right. These are my two. I've got two: Judkins and Robinson. Both these
Okay.
teams need to have a run-controlled game with play-action pass. That's why I'm taking Judkins for a touchdown and Robinson for a touchdown. Book it.
I like it.
Book it, Dan.
My
Up.
two anytime touchdowns are McBride. You said it first, Dad, for the Cardinals there. And
Yeah.
then
He may have two.
yeah, may have
Yep.
two. Lock it in. And then another tight end, Harold Fannin for the
Wow,
Browns.
you really
Oh,
well. You know
wow,
what? He
you're
had that.
really
You know,
He had
I-
that deep throw from Shador last week in the last drive. It was about 25 yards. He may be his go-to guy. We'll see what happens.
I think that Shadur's first touchdown in the game will be to Harold Fannin.
All right.
That's my bet.
Rookie
there,
to
so.
rookie.
Yep.
All right.
I like that connection. So awesome. Well, that is the week for the Robinson replay.
All right.
Thank you for listening. We'll be back
Woo.
next week.
Thanks, gentlemen. I had a lot of fun with this. This was good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, Patrick. We appreciate it.
All right.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Have a great night,
Deuces.
guys.